All right, boys. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Have a good week coming. All right. What is happening, boys and girls? We got the contracts exchanging, guys. First things first, what you guys need to do if you're using TOS, you need to have futures. You got to go futures and have this adjusted for contract changing. So your contracts can be adjusted, guys. All right. That's number one thing you have to have. If you don't have that possible, you're gonna see something like that. And you'll be like, oh shit, what's happening? There's no gap up voice in the market. It's just the contract needs to adjust. All right. So first things first, you gotta do that. And then once you've done that, you can upload all the ES and the NASDAQ charts. You can have the new charts of mine. What is happening in the market? We have this week, guys, CPI and PPI, right? We got some CPI on Tuesday, Monday, nothing much. Tuesday, CPI, and then Thursday we got PPI. So those are two important stuff that I'll be watching this week. I don't think there's anything else that I'm watching in the news, but those are two things that I'll be watching coming this week. Now, what is happening in the market? The ES. We got a nice push upside, guys. Nice, massive move up. Broke out on. Hey, look at this. The POC also changed to 5205 instead of this was 5142, right? Oh yeah. Weird, right? To deal with all new numbers, boys. Now they picked this up. Once now you get used to all the numbers. Now you gotta get used to other numbers. So anyway, we got a nice push upside, guys, with the jobs on Friday, made a new high, trapped everybody, and a nice move downside with Nvidia, pulled everything down. I made new levels, boys. So now, what is the demand? What is the supply zone over here is going to be this 40, 51.87, 51.98-ish, right? That's, you can see we came over here, rejected. We came over this, got rejected. So that's going to be our supply zone right now. We are right now open around it and trading kind of below it. Not a bad spot if you want to short this market into these nutter zones in the bottom. I would love to come back over here, guys. This is going to be a key level again this week, boys. Is 51.30, right? 51.30, 51.30, 51.30-ish. That's going to be the key level to watch if we get this downside coming into here. This is not a bad spot right now, what's happening in the market. Oh, boys, right? Let's do this. Okay, delete, boom, here. I'm gonna post in a 1 minute chart. Let's see how long it's gonna take to open, guys. Earnings, we have some earnings also while this is opening, guys. We have some earnings that I'll be watching this week is, of course, Adobe, Ulta. I love Ulta on a Thursday. Then Friday, we can get a nice 0 BT on this. These are the two things that I'll be watching. For the rest, not seeing anything interesting for my eye. Right? Now, guys, if somebody was asking me earlier, when you take a trade, this is when you want to short, and you can see, okay, now they're trying to push it upside, rejecting this key zone, maybe. You can make a key level over here. Right? You can see that was the this so at 6 o'clock where we opened, basically went up, gave back, and now she's holding, right? So if this doesn't hold, this trend doesn't hold, possible we can go lower. Not a bad spot around if this doesn't hold to short it. But I want to continue, guys, with our NASDAQ. Oh boy, it's gonna take forever. Trini, there are people at the door, bro. Your duty if you want to let them in or not.
Yeah, okay.
Let them in. I mean, it's just a webinar, whatever. Let everybody in whenever they come.
I don't see anybody waiting.
I already let him in. It was Nab.
You're still the host. I'm not the host.
I'm the host. Oh, you're not the host?
No.
There you go. All right, so now with the Nasdaq guys, what's happening is same thing. We got a move, got a new high, came into the resistance and got rejected. I made a little bit of a trend line for you guys to see because I know some of you guys will be probably want to take some futures and gave away that support over here, and now basically giving away that trend. I would say she could come back into this level over here. This 18,071 overnight possible. Right, and not a bad good support over here, guys. This plays right here, 18,071, 18,071. You guys know that number. And that's where if she comes and bases over here, that's where probably I will look for long again. Actually, you look at this, how long it takes to open. You see that resistance here, support, broke down, became a resistance over here, became a support here, again a support. So if we break this trend, come to this level, not a bad spot to go long again. Right, those are the two levels I'll be watching on ES and Nasdaq. ES will be that 5130 that I was mentioning, and 18,071 on the Nasdaq if we come to the bottom to go long. Remember, guys, you're still trading upside. Every push up, come back to key level, and they're pushing it back. As long as the trend is still bullish, I'm gonna keep grinding, coming back to support, and keep taking her long. Any questions about the ES and the Nasdaq, guys? No questions, I'll go on. Talk about the Russell. Did the Russell also stuff change? It's so slow, man.
Does anyone know how to change the contract in TOS mobile?
No idea, bro.
Isn't it reflective of your desktop settings?
No, you have to change in cell phone too.
In cell phone, why don't you select ESM24? That will give you the right contract.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, so basically, guys, Russell, nothing much to talk about it. I'm going to show you guys in a bigger picture what's happening. Same thing. I think, did I post the IWM chart this week? I think I did last week. So what's happening with Russell, guys? Like I keep saying, coming to a big resistance, boys. Big resistance. Got to break this to 2137 upside and hold. Then we can probably get a push. Unless this doesn't happen, guys, we could get a rejection and trap everybody up here, right? Everybody's thinking, hey, Russell making 52-week highs, breaking out and all that stuff. Yes, 52-week, yes, but not in a bigger time frame. Bigger time frame just coming into a big resistance. So be careful of this big resistance that I keep talking about, guys. Cannot break it yet, guys. We come in there in that wall, get rejected. Come in the wall, rejected. Can come in that wall, rejected. This time the rejections are a little bit weaker than before, guys. Let's talk about Apple, guys. And a couple of tickers. I'm not going to talk about a lot of ticker, boys, because you guys can see this is still lagging. It's not fun. If you guys have any tickers, please let me know. You guys want to chart and you guys want to discuss about anything. So Apple, guys, you guys can see weekly chart, big support, right? Big support over here on Apple. Got a little bit of bounce on Apple on Thursday and Friday. We went up, but couldn't hold that level, boys. That's why I didn't keep the longs, right? If it doesn't hold the level, we're not gonna keep the long. Now, basically, Apple is inside no man's land. So Apple is basically inside no man's land, below the supply, above the demand zone. So I'll see when she comes more in the bottom order, see what happens, and then maybe if I see a little bit of bounce here, we can try again for some longs. Because if the market wants to keep continuing, maybe Apple can get bought up in the bottom warrior. Like I said, maybe some news will come out and then rip the shit up, guys. Everybody's like, will be like, oh, what happened? I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. That's just my theory that maybe something like that could happen. Some news with Apple AI or whatever, blah blah blah, and then that shit will just rip the shit out of it. So just keep pending, guys. If Apple comes to the bottom warrior, not a bad spot to pick up. And then if it doesn't hold, cut that trade. Very easy, guys. All right, that's Apple. Talk about AMD, and nothing much to talk about AMD. Also, nice breakout that we got, but of course, pull back with that. AMD, nice breakout. I haven't adjusted my levels on AMD on this chart yet. I will adjust and post it in the morning, guys. But AMD, guys, I would watch this 199 again as a good support, right? China news came to the 189, got bought up. If she comes back to this 199, we'll see there. I have a lot of good key levels over here in the bottom. So this was a nice breakout we got, but because of Nvidia, all this thing came back, gave up everything. It's all good. We get another opportunity then, it's all good, better. So that's gonna be on AMD, guys. I'll be watching around 199 to see what's gonna happen in AMD. Just at this level. I know this is higher. This is this higher. All right, that's AMD. Let's talk about Amazon. So Amazon basically right at the pivot, guys, 175 is going to be a pivot point. If we can hold at 175, can go back into this. This level has been very hard. But again, if she comes to this bottom, guys, not a bad spot, right? Not a bad spot. Went up, came back, went up. She comes back and bases at 172, 171. Not a bad spot to take her again into 175, 177. Right now, she's just in the mid zone and pivot point. If this doesn't hold, probably come into here 2-3 points downside. If this hold, possible up here. So this could be also a very small trade over here, upside 2 points and downside 2 points. What else do I have? Let's talk about Costco. I'm sure people will ask me about Costco, where to buy. Let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, let her come back to 698, boys. 698. Let her come back over there. Let her come back to the zone of 698 that I have. I would love it to come back there. Yeah, 698, 668. I will flip there. Oh, look at this voice. Jag. She gave away that trend, bro.
597 is even better, bro. If you look at the monthly chart, look at the 597.
That's a breakout, right?
Yep.
That was a breakout that she was doing there. This is the breakout that we had. Look at this old chart of mine. Yeah, I don't think so it's gonna get there, but yeah, we'll see. Let's take
It
a
will.
look.
It will. Patience. Patience.
I mean, I'm just saying to trade, right?
Yeah.
It's far out there, bro. For it to get there, it's gonna make a lot of bounces first. Yeah, I mean, right now I would watch Did she drop overnight? A little bit, right? Could be a good play, guys. Could be a good play. Trust me, boys. She gave away 21. She gave away everything. She hasn't given away 21 in a while. Kind of tricky, yeah. Come on, man. Open, dude. Forever. Come on, make it bigger. Yeah, I would like this thing, right? This is what I would like in this thing. Possible, a nice push at 728 into this zone, I would say. And then short it into 709ish. That would be a good short. And then if the dumps will come, all the way there and there. So I would say if we get a push into 728ish, around there will be a good short. If we have a rejection, have a hard time there, that's where it'll be good short because that's a resistance that broke out, right? And now we're below it. So basically if we can retest that B pattern, C, and then all the way. Of course, first target, second target, third target. Don't know how fast this can go. If market decides to take a dump also, guys, profit taking, whatever, CPI, PPI, this can be a nice, downside. So that's what I'll be watching on Costco, boys. Okay. What else do you guys have? Moderna. Now, I want to talk about maybe Moderna, UNH, and stuff like that. I don't know how if we're gonna continue down or what. Or we're gonna pull back. I have no idea, guys, right? But Moderna chart is looking beautiful, right? From that 100 level, she looks beautiful breaking out. So I would watch this 100, 101 level, nice squeeze firing upside. If this can hold, possible we can get a nice move, boys. And rotation can come also into these kind of stocks, right? So if the market pulls back and maybe we can get a rotation coming into Moderna and these kind of stocks, boys. So just keep an eye on this, all right? That's Moderna. Talk about Microsoft. You guys can already see that in this chart, guys. Microsoft, like we spoke also in the morning education session, if anybody was there, coming to supply, coming to demand over here and getting bought up, right? Coming to demand. So this 400 is not a bad spot. 415 is going to be a resistance to break out. So if she comes back to 400, that's where you're going to pick up long. I mentioned a few days back, guys, this is where you pick up. So I don't know if anybody picked up. If we come back and base over here, guys, this is when you go long. If it doesn't hold, cut the trade. Easy as that, right? So basically, Microsoft, big move, flagging, right? Now, if you get in the bottom over here, right, we have the move up on micro. Now we are sideways, right? Sideways. And then if you come over here and pull long and the breakout comes like AMD, you're good, right? You bought in the bottom over here. So always buy the bottom and take her long. That's Microsoft. I'll be watching that 400-ish. We have only 19 people. What happened to people? Why are they leaving today? Right, NVIDIA. Talk about NVIDIA. So massive downside, guys, on NVIDIA. We have a little bit of a gap to get filled over here. I don't see what happens if we get possible to fill this gap and then rip it up 785. That's where I want to take NVIDIA long, guys. I love that level. I've been mentioning that level 785. That's where I would like to take Nvidia. Right here, there's another gap for you guys from this earnings. There are a couple of gaps on Nvidia that needs to fill up this one. More or less. All right, let's talk about Netflix, Betaflex. It's taking forever. So Netflix, you can see that it's at 597, guys, was a good support, and I said, watch that on Thursday and look at that poof, upside, right? So again, if she comes at 697, 597, 594 is a good support over there, guys. And again, same thing, right? Come to the support, you go long. If the breakout happens, it's good as long as you get the bottom wire. So I'll be watching that 594, 597 zone again this week. Last one, not the least, is Tesla. Hold on, I see you asking for Ultra. I assume it's Ultra, the makeup one. I'll chart it. I mean, I'll see what I think about it, but it has earnings. A lot of time when it has earnings, I let the earnings to play out and then do it. So Tesla boys, right? Gave away key zone and now holding for its life at 175. Squeezed momentum going downside on Tesla, guys. If this 175 fails, 152 is coming in a heartbeat, guys. Right? Of course, 163.91 first and then 152. Watch this big key. Last time we came, we got bought up. This time looks like buyers are getting tired over here. They don't want to buy anymore. They're like, fuck, we can't hold the shit anymore. So watch this 175. Can't hold 163, then 152 downside. SMCI, I mean, there's nothing much to talk about. The same zones we have Basa. Inside the same thing, right? There's nothing much to talk about over here. So if this zone holds, you can try to go long. This is basically just trading inside this channel right now. Oops. Right now, she's just trading inside the channel. Going up, yes, faked out everybody, came back inside here. So if it's trading inside this channel, you're good to take her long. Gotta break this level and hold. It did break over here and held when pushed, but of course, with all that VD and all that stuff, came back. If this doesn't hold, then possible like that. Right? Same level, same zone, nothing has changed. 1006, 985 will be a key level to go long on SMCI. If it comes there, not a bad spot to go long. Anyone else? Anything else? Any other charts?
Can you look at shop? I think it was holding decent last time I looked, please.
Yeah, 1 second. Let's just go to Volta. A lot of time if the stock has earnings, guys, I don't like talking about it because everything can change and I don't like playing earnings. If it's let's see what's happening with the stock. I mean, nothing much to say or trending downside over here. I mean, I would say Ulta can pull back. See, this is basically topping up here, right? This is a resistance. You can't hold it. So basically, you're coming into a big resistance here. I would watch 537, 52-ish. That's going to be a key support. 537 going to be the key support, bro, to watch on Ulta. This level right here. This level right here. That's going to be the zone to watch. If that zone doesn't hold, possible, she can drop hard, I would say. This zone right here. Shop. Shop is not a bad spot to go long if you wanted to buy some shares.
Yeah, I think they're holding well relatively.
I had a big candle on Friday. I see. Look at it. Not a bad spot after the earnings. She's holding pretty well.
Thanks.
Yeah. But then again, look at this candle, the daily candle. Oof. This is a better spot, 71 on Shop to go long.
Okay, thank you.
143-ish.
Manish, can we use the same supply and demand principle for Euro US dollar? I got a brother who wants, he's asking me, he goes, hey, you're familiar with trading. This is a good time to exchange euro for US dollar. And it looks like, can we apply the same principles?
I mean, the same principle. It's all about supply and demand. You got to just draw the charts. Same thing, supply and demand.
If you have time to look at euro US dollar for a second, that would be nice.
I'll look at it, but this is not what we do over here.
I know.
It's not what we trade, you know. Let's talk about what we trade more, because this is not what we do.
Yep, sorry.
I have no idea. I've never charted these things. So, but it's the same concept, you know. Pattern look at your high and lows where everything is.
It seems like it's going up. It hit a bottom and now it's heading up.
These things, I mean, these things are so moved. These things you buy and you just forget. These things are something to trade long terms, you know. This is unless I mean, looking at this chart, I'm just looking at this as a support, right? So
Yep.
this is where I would go long, for example. Right, these are resistance over here. Coming into resistance right now.
Oh, it's coming to resistance. Okay, so if he wants to exchange, he better do it now before it hits 1.1.
Possible, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other tickers or any other charts you guys want to discuss? Any tickers you guys have in mind? Any setup you guys have in mind, boys?
Manish, I think the snow can be a good play for downside too. I know it's in support right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think she's dumping more, bro.
Yeah, that's what for CPI.
I think she has more downside. Tell you the truth. I don't see. I tried to go long on this thing and didn't work out the trade.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking for downside.
Yeah, but coming into a big support here, 157.
Yeah, someone had posted like 140 puts. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, first this and then this.
Yep.
This is where I would like to go long again, maybe 138 if we get that.
Okay.
Even
for
maybe after
CPI,
the gap fill. The gap is there.
Yeah, it's a gap warrior.
Oh, yeah. For the CPA, I thought this can be a good downside play.
Yeah, I think this not she's not getting anything away, man. He's just
Yep.
after this drop from earnings, tried, came into resistance, got rejected. I thought maybe this will, last time she had something like that and she just moved over. I think it was her. Yeah, she had it, and you can see after earnings, she just ripped it, right? But I don't know, this is a big drop, and I thought people will come by aware. But nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Manish, it looks like ES is going into the supply zone. It's not being rejected.
Let's take a look.
I was waiting to short, but boy, slow.
Yeah. It's too slow for me right now to do anything. Yeah, she's going up. Market is still strong, bro. Market is still strong. Not giving up. Not giving up that easy. Probably go back to warehouse.
Warehouse is what, 5205?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So better to go long then, huh?
I'm not touching it, but you could go, but there's a lot of hurdles. I'm not taking over here. This is for me. It's already in mid range.
Yeah, the higher time frames are 30 minutes. The squeeze is upside down.
Yep. All right, gentlemen. No more charts. Then I'm gonna stop the stream over here.
Thanks, Manish.
Hey, Manish, can we look at one last one, Okta?
Why this is like okay. Resistance, bro. $5.11 to $5.14 is your resistance.
So Manish, looking at the chart, right? After the earning, after a big push up, looks like it's trading sideways. And now we're kind of like waiting for that test of that resistance. Otherwise, we move down or we break out.
I mean, that's why I picked up the weekly chart, show you right away. There's a big resistance on the weekly. That's why it's rejecting over there, right? Big resistance over here. Last time, where was she traded? Up here. So gotta clear this level first, upside. And another entry would be a 91. In between there is no man's land. Right? You could short it into 91 then right? If it comes over here, then have these little bit of levels. If this level and this level doesn't hold, probably go fill the gap over here.
Got it.
right? After big earnings, she's coming. Yeah, she's not breaking out. Why? Because there's a big resistance on the weekly from a few years back. Right, and now I think maybe after earnings she's holding, but getting rejected and cannot hold this level. Possible come into this zone away, and then if not, then fill the gap. Not a bad chart to take a look, keep an eye on her this week. Could give you any side trade, both sides. This could also be just, you know what, pull back and then rip it up. But just remember, it's these two levels going to be a big resistance. All right, boys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow early in the morning, 9 o'clock. Have a great night. See you guys in the morning. Good night.
Right on. Thank you,
Thanks,
Manish.
Manish.